Hey guys, and welcome back to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley.
And I'm, as always, Commander Cookins.
That's right. And today we have a look at a new Discovery pilot, in my opinion. This is the true Discovery pilot, Episode 3. Context is King.
Yes.
So I'm excited. Samuel, what do you
Well, yeah, I think right last week it was the Michael Burnham pilot, and this is the Discovery pilot.
Yes.
Because, yeah, distinctly different. And this is obviously a non-spoiler video, because we want to make sure that those that can't watch it on CBS All Access or Netflix, you can come to Trekyards to see the non-spoiler. Hopefully each one will make you, encourage you to watch it, and just see our very much more condensed thoughts about the episode. So I guess, should I go first this week?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and this is our first time talking about it. I know it's just a first reaction, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was very solid. So many little canon references, which I really appreciated. Lots of, again, we sort of train ourselves to look at it, but even in a first watch, first glimpse, there's so many cool things like, oh, that's that, no, that's that, no. Like, it's nice to start to see, bar the sound effects from last week, the art design, add in more era-appropriate things. That's always a pleasant thing. So yeah, that was fun and an intriguing plot. And Stuart, what did you think?
I absolutely loved it. And as I started my first reaction video to it last night, color me impressed. Like I said, this felt more like a pilot than the other two episodes did. I wish they would have started with this one. It would have grabbed my attention more and not had me so kind of like down. I think getting that first one, CBS releasing that first one for free, didn't do them justice. This one I think stepped it up a little bit, and like you said, there were a lot of little nods to TOS, which a lot of people have said are pandering to us fans and kind of a slap in the face as far as, oh look, let's put a tribble on his desk, something like that. But I enjoyed them as a fan, and as we know, I tried to take off my Canonista hat a little bit on this one and really just enjoy it, and I thoroughly did. There were problems, of course. It wasn't perfect. It's not exactly how I would have done it, but I think they did a fantastic job. So I totally approve of this episode. I love it. So
well, the problem is with the canon stuff, it needs to be there if it's trying to say it's canon. So all the stuff, the TOS references, they need to be there. Like, you can't ignore them, otherwise it's not even trying. But the fact they're trying this episode, even though it is a visual reboot, they're putting things in, and that might help us weave this tapestry. And it's nice how some lines are clearly written in to try and meld these canonical boundaries. That, especially in like the first episode, this is a very old ship. Things that's like, we know it's wrong, so there's a slight reason. But once you say it, there's a reason. As we said very early on, it's like the Klingons. You give us a reason, okay, then we can try and make it all fit. But you can tell this episode had a lot more thought put into it, I think.
Yes. I don't think tonally it says Star Trek necessarily. It's kind of dark and mysterious, and there's some weird character traits that I've noticed that are kind of un-Star Trek like.
A couple of them, yeah. But
I think I think that'll probably be explained at some point. This is kind of a odd duckling as far as Star Trek goes. I think it needs to find its footing. We're not exactly sure where it's going, so I think this could be a good setup for what's coming. And a lot of people have complained that, oh, we didn't like so and so, or we didn't like this, we didn't like how dark it was, we didn't like the
I haven't read
snarkiness.
any reviews, so I'm going completely unbiased my own opinion, which I'm trying to do every single week.
I've seen a few, plus I've read the comments on my first reaction thing,
okay.
Which I try to avoid, but I was waiting for you this morning. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay, it's fine. No, I'm just kidding. But I think there's valid points on both sides, and I totally understand that. I've been very vocal in my this isn't TOS, as have you, as far as visually goes.
Just saying what we see.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't mean we don't like it. So I'm excited to see where they go, but I think I'm on board. I really want to see more, and I want.
Well, we are finally on board the ship, so you are on board.
Yes, exactly.
It's interesting you say about it not feeling as Star Trek-y. This one I thought was far more Star Trek-y than the other one. Now, obviously, the first bit of the first one was Star Trek-y, then it devolved into war drama, episode 1. The fact there's so much science in this, and the fact that we kept having different bits, there's an action beat, there's a science beat, there's interpersonal conflicts. It's throwing a lot of different things in, but there is this overarching Star Trek science bit, which is what we want to see. You know, exploration and adventure and technical stuff. Although not very little technobabble, even though it's very interesting. That's a very interesting way of writing technobabble they did here. And I will say, better written script.
Yes.
Definitely better written script. Some very good lines. We just did the Seth MacFarlane 4th episode of Orville. Again, very good script, where some lines were very like just leaps and bounds above in the story. The same here. Some lines were very. That is a great line, which we didn't really have especially in the last one. But yeah, this is a really nice jump. And if this is the direction, also the one thing that I was kind of surprised about specifically is that they revealed plot points by the end. But the fact they did that shows that there's such a small amount of the plot that we still have episodes of development, which is like, we thought that's the plot. Yeah, it's not. which is a great set of confidence. Yeah, I was expecting to draw that out, but nope. Very direct, this is it, but not too much. So I was really kind of like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, same here. I was expecting them to draw out a lot more of the explanations, and they just delivered them, and it's like, okay, well, that's good. So,
what's next?
Yeah, we're gonna learn more now. So that's good. I mean, they're not. So, I really appreciated that actually, because a lot of times I find with a lot of shows, they do drag them out a little too long, like 3 or 4 episodes, and it's like, come on, guys, we know where you're going with this. Just say it. Yeah.
They played this one very interestingly, and I think for the most part it paid off.
Yes.
And I mean, I think we both agreed we did a week on reaction to episodes 1 and 2, because that's, at the start of a new Star Trek franchise, it's quite a serious thing. This is, like you said, a second pilot, and I was going into this, obviously I had expectations and I had thoughts, and I had, they can't win me over fresh again in a sense, because they've already had that chance. So I had higher expectations given the first episode, but I enjoyed this one thoroughly, even with the actual expectations. People judging the show before it came out is silly. Look at beyond the trailer to the movie, night and day. So trailers don't necessarily mean trailers don't maketh the show, and so to meet expectations and still hit me with so much intriguing and science, I was quite impressed by the fact that it managed to hit my expectations. And again, just like last week, I'm so eager to see what happens next. I want to see, and not many shows per se. It's like, I want to know what happens next, so hurry up.
Yeah, I think after seeing this episode, I'm more eager to see what's next. I mean, I was really excited after the first two, because I was really excited because it feels like a new pilot to me. Because we're actually on Discovery. We met the Discovery's crew, at least some of them. So I was really looking forward to this week. Next week, I'm like, okay, now we've got this set up for all this mystery, and I'm really excited. And
almost all the trailer shots have been used. And boy, they interwangle the trailer stuff. Like, is it. The trailer stuff is gone. Let's enjoy
almost. There's still 1 or 2 scenes that we haven't seen yet. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where they go. And bravo to the Discovery guys. Yes, like I said earlier, visually, not quite where I'd put it if I just saw this out of the blue. But there are those 1 or 2 little TOS references visual references that do tie it in. So they said by the end of it, it's going to feel more TOS. So we're going to see how that goes, I guess. But then again, that just leads up to the whole me being excited to see more.
Yeah, I mean, it can go anywhere, and you kind of appreciate the year delay, because the CG is great and the script this one's again a lot better. Yeah, it was a hell of a good third viewing or third episode, and it can go anywhere from now. And I'm excited to analyze it fully with you, because there's so many little things that also deserve discussion, like in the other episodes. I think we both agreed we have more notes on this episode than we had for the previous 2.
Yes, that's true. So I don't know how long our review is going to be, but you got to check out our spoiler-filled review if you want all of our thoughts on the breakdown of
because the fact is, guys, our full review is a full review breakdown analysis. We break down every scene and look at all the bits and discuss and analyze. It's not a review. This is the review in a sense, and we like it. That's the review. But the other thing is a full breakdown. You want to know all the stuff that's canon, not canon, whatever. Look at it. But Stuart, let's go for. So we can't say favorite and least favorite. But let's say out of 10, I guess.
Oh.
Because I remember, I think we agreed 8 for the first episode, and then 6. I think. Was it 5 for the second one? Because I was a bit low. I think you were 6. I was 4.5. I ended up with 5 for the second one.
Something like that, yeah.
So this one, what would you say?
Ooh. Okay, I got to break this down a little bit.
Right,
As far as an episode of a TV show, I would say nine, at least a 9.
Okay.
Okay. As far as Star Trek goes, again, like I said, it's not tonality Star Trek. There was a lot of Star Trek-esqueness to it, but I think it's a lot darker than what we're used to. So I'd have to sit it around 8.5. So close to 9. I really, like I said, I really enjoyed it. So I could be biased, but yeah.
Yeah, it amazed me that some reviewers out there who obviously are still fans, you know, some people said the first 2 episodes were like 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. I was like, wait, do you watch the same show? And you know, we still gave it quite a good review last time, but we call out its flaws. So for this episode, I'm like, well, what flaws can I specifically call out? You know, again, I haven't read the reviews, so I'm just going by my own opinions. It was pretty damn great. So I'm going to say 8.5 just because, you know, it needs to have growth, it needs to have improvement. Saying such high score so early on is a bit biased, but this is definitely the best episode. 3 is not that impressive in itself,
yeah.
but it's the best one so far by a long way. And this one shows better what the show is and the potential of the show. Science, characters,
better storytelling and better acting in this one, in my opinion.
And no war. You don't need shooty. I mean, they have shooty, but it was a separate line of concept.
That's actually something I said in my first reaction video as well. I really appreciated they downplayed the Klingons a little bit in this one. They mentioned them, and there was a minor appearance, but the fact that it wasn't so Klingon heavy, I really appreciated that fact after those last 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's interesting because we're so programmed now with the 2 episodes seeing their perspective, and it was nice to not see their perspective and spend 48 minutes, not even 40, 48 minutes on the characters, and boy, that really benefited everything.
Yeah, and I expected a lot of Klingon aspects to this episode. I also expected a lot of flashbacks because that's kind of the trope we've seen in the last 2 episodes. None of that in this. No flashbacks, no Klingon perspective, and I really, really enjoyed that. It was kind of refreshing. This
was stronger with the focus.
Yeah.
Much stronger with the focus, and especially since it's a new ship. And it's again, it's weird that, you know, the Shinjo, you know, almost universally loved the design. Discovery, 60% disliked, if not more, roughly in the fandom, probably a little bit more than that. And yet we got, we got really a chance to see the ship in this one. Yet the Shinjo, we didn't really get much of a chance now looking back because it was so split up into, it's so split up with Klingons and such. But yeah, so overall, I guess, should we say any worse things? I feel like it was a bit too positive and we could be said that we're overly biased. But hey, we are just calling it like we see it. And I'm just, as TV and as Star Trek.
Yeah, I can see 1 or 2 of the references. Well, we'll get into this during our full spoiler review, but I think 1 or 2 of the references for the TOS references were a little catering to fans a little bit. It's fan service, a lot of it. Some of it was kind of unnecessary, in my opinion. I appreciate that they did it, but like I said, I'll talk more about that in the spoiler full review.
I thought it was all pretty damn integrated well, because you need those things, otherwise it wouldn't even be... you need as many of those as possible.
And if they weren't there, I'd be complaining they weren't there. I know.
Yeah. But I guess one complaint I would have is that, the internal ship, like the corridors are identical basically to the Shinjo because it's reused sets, and they were way too silver, crew quarters way too silver. The colour palette, except for the bridge, which was pushing into those more, goldeny tones, which TOS has a different colour palette. Apart from that, they needed to make another set of sets and not reuse Shinjo to push it that one step, because this is a distinctly different timeline ship, as has been discussed. So I wish they'd pushed that another step and just rather than reusing. I thought that would have been important, but there shouldn't have been that much. It's not an NX ship. It's so far out the NX era. There shouldn't have been silvers. That much silver.
Well, how do you know the TOS hallways weren't silver, and just because of the 1960s TV it showed up as gray? You don't know.
Yeah. So a bit more unique art design with some of the stuff, but that's pretty minimal-ish. Yeah. That's a Trek's perspective. But yeah, we liked it. So I guess you average out to 9. I average out to I'm just 8.5. So well done, Discovery episode 3. Cannot wait, because there's so much to dissect in this episode. This is our bread and butter. We love Trek. So much to talk about. So next week, tune in for more and please watch more, and let's go talk about Foley, Stuart.
That's right. So check out the other reviews, guys. Until then, I'm Captain Foley.
I am Commander Coggins.
Bye, guys.